Dr. Mandel here. I have some great information I'd like to share with you about sugar. If you listen to this through the end, you're really going to take in a lot of positive information that potentially this may help your underlying condition that you're suffering from. There is so much sugar that the average person eats worldwide. And we know that sugar is inflammatory. Sugar leads to many different metabolic problems throughout the body, which I'll touch on in just a second. But I'm going to go through this real quick. The first thing you're going to notice that when you cut out sugar, the first just day or so, you're going to start losing weight. You say, wow, why am I losing weight? Well, most of that is water weight. Remember that when you take sugar in the body, it stores it as glycogen, the excessive sugar. And when you store glycogen, you store it with fluids because glycogen retains water. But after you take in too much sugar, it then gets converted to fat, and that's where a lot of cardiovascular problems set in. But cutting out that sugar will help insulin resistance, because if we're overloading our body with those toxic sugars, your pancreas is overworking. Eventually, you're going to become resistant to insulin, and the glucose is not going to be able to get into the cells. Now, what about your skin? We call this AGEs. This advanced glycation end products. That's what high sugars lead to. And that eventually will affect the collagen in our skin. So if you notice that you're getting these wrinkles or your skin, just your texture of your skin is not right, if you cut out those sugars, you will see a tremendous change. It will also help your acne breaking out. And what about your gut? Those sugars are being eaten by the wrong bacteria. Remember, our microbiome throughout our whole body, the majority of it's in our gut, those probiotics. So we need the prebiotics, which is the healthy fibers that help feed the probiotics. But if you're eating sugar, particularly without fiber, we're talking about plain sugar, either in the enriched or packaged state, this is going to cause problems in your intestines. It's going to throw the microbiome, your intestinal flora off, which is going to weaken your immune system. And that's going to allow your body to invite those pathogens, those invaders, which is going to cause more illness. Now, those excessive sugars, particularly even those sodas or even fruit juices, obviously most of it's fructose, which is not good for the liver as well as the body, that rewards the brain's center. And you're getting a surge of dopamine being secreted from the brain. And this is a drug. And the more dopamine that's created, the better you feel. But it wears off real quick. And if you don't keep getting that sugar, you're going to get headaches, you're going to get withdrawals, like anything else. So once you get past that stage, it's all uphill for you. So if you're overweight, you're carrying visceral fat around your gut, it's most likely from too much sugar. Your leptin levels, when it's elevated, this helps regulate your appetite. But what the sugar does, it increases your ghrelin. And the ghrelin is going to make you crave more sweets, more food. Now, when you cut out sugar, you'll notice that your blood pressure will start to diminish. Also, you need to be aware of the extra sodium you're eating in your diet, because a lot of those sodiums foods that you're eating are hidden in foods. So high blood pressure over time we know can affect stroke, heart attack, kidney damage, artery disease. So cutting out the sugar is definitely an asset. Remember that excessive sugar usually increases the bad cholesterol called the LDLs. So when you increase LDLs, it's going to cause more plaquing in the arteries. So if you want to reduce that plaquing, as well as your LDLs, that bad cholesterol, and triglycerides, as you cut down the sugar, your blood levels will definitely improve tremendously. If you are insulin resistant, pre-diabetic, or even diabetic, we know that slowing down on the sugars will make a tremendous change, although eating healthy whole fiber foods is actually good for diabetics. Fiber helps sustain a normal sugar balance within the bloodstream. It allows insulin to be leveled out as well, which obviously keeps your hormones more in balance. Remember, what goes on in your body is all hormonal related. So by balancing sugar, this will not only help your diabetes, it will help prevent fatty liver, because fatty liver is known to work hand in hand with metabolic syndrome, which could obviously lead to other potential health ailments. Now, very few people talk about breathing easier, because high sugar has an effect with our lungs. So if you have any type of condition of chronic obstructive pulmonary disease or COPD, this will cause more problems. So cutting out sugar will help you breathe better. It will help your lung function. It will actually allow you to feel so much healthier, because oxygen is life. And obviously, the more proficient and easier that your lungs can work, the healthier you're going to be and the happier you're going to live your life. And the brain, there's so much that goes on in the brain with sugar because sugar is inflammatory throughout the whole entire body, and every disease known to man has an inflammatory common denominator. So when it comes to our brain, to keep it sharp, it's linked to other neurogenic and degenerative diseases. So as you cut the sugar, this may help you think clearer. It will actually help depression as well as anxiety. And sleeping wise, if you're having poor quality sleep, you may be looking for different types of modalities or different types of remedies like melatonin or valerian root, which are still good. But if you're eating lots of sugar, this will disrupt your sleep. This will throw the hormones off within your brain and throughout your body. So as you cut those sugars down, you're going to sleep a lot better. And I say this for last, too much sugar can have an effect on your sex life. So by decreasing sugar, this can definitely boost your sex life because women, too much sugar is inflammatory, has definitely an effect on your female hormones throughout your body. And males, increasing insulin can have an effect on your libido, as well as too much sugar can cause plaquing in the male reproductive organs, which diminish blood circulation to those organs, which can cause you to have impotence and other problems. So I really hope that you enjoyed this video. Please share it with your friends and family, and make sure you leave your comments below because I believe there'll be many. Most important, make it a great day. I'm Dr. Alan Mandel.